tried, like, wedging a card between the two slits right there.
And we're live.
Damn, if only we had cards.
Wait, so we came in live right as I said that. Oh, great.
Yep.
It's gonna sound great out of context.
So,
You slip a card in the slit and we'll see how it works.
Is it slip the cord between the two slits? So, you
Can
don't
leave that
hit the
alone.
curse.
where we got in is that there's something coming down the hallway. Motion sensors via Amy have told you. Andy's done on the computers inside. He mentions that all the systems are back up. At the same moment, once the ionic drive has been deactivated, all the diodes die. There's no more static discharges coming off at all, and all those diodes are now kind of pale white gray. They're not blue anymore. You immediately, all of a sudden, all your communicators beep with an all points bulletin. And basically, it's a video audio message sent to relay. And what it is, hello, all my children. To all what are now known as the Lunar Wraiths.
That sounds like a call
Well,
leader. Sorry, bring them the message of hello, all my children. I was like, man, not even trying to hide the cultiness of this.
no, not at all, and you'll find out why in a moment. Many years ago, I was High General Artorius of the Lunar Wraiths. My children have become undisciplined and weak. Now, I will rise again after 80 years. I take the name Lazarus of the Lunar Wraiths.
Make sure to do some stretches.
And it's coming from the radio communicator that's sticking out of Lab 1 from Lazarus. It's
Oh, the
and you
thingies
see
he was already using.
in the video message you see a bodysuit that looks like this. It is fucking scary as shit.
Ooh.
All nanotech. You can actually tell by the color and everything that it's a nanotech body armor suit, and looks to be like it has a helmet on it, which is the respirator, which is why
He
his
fucking
voice
looks like
She's like
Sauron.
staring in awe,
He
at
looks
that.
fucking terrifying.
and she's gonna start taking notes.
He says, and I understand that this group, he waves a picture, and on the back behind him you see a picture of your group, are enemies of the Lunar Wraiths.
I do imagine.
They are now residing
shut up.
in my former isolation coffin at this location. And you see the coordinates blip across the screen, and it reads it out audio visually, telling every Lunar Wraith where this station is, and that you guys are there.
Oh, shit.
And he says, I go now
No, he doxed us.
to the home of the moon to reunite my people again for glory for the Lunar Wraith. And the message peters out, and all of a sudden it just is an audio replay message you can deactivate at this point, listing off the location of this location.
So Reynolds,
I guess
Yep.
we shouldn't have assumed it was okay to stay.
we have a bunch of information on that thing, including its direction. The guy that left.
You have info on him? What?
We have info on him, right?
There is a bunch of data
we
after
could see
it.
which way he left.
Well, he just told us he was going to the moon, so.
Yeah, but we also have visual of what his ship was and information on it and that kind of shit.
That's true. Could do some trajectory calculations, probably.
Yep. You can now, the anchor reaches out, talking about
Oh, cool.
reaching out
Yeah.
for a check-in.
And so, get all that information together, we'll put it on the What the Fuck channel and send everybody after this guy.
Well, he just broadcasted that over an open channel. I'm sure the coalition's already in a tizzy over it.
Oh yeah.
Also, after the message replays,
So
when
yeah,
it goes
if-
to the
if I get-
audio,
if I get
you
hailed
see a
by
bunch
the-
of static. You gather it's some type of engraved code of Lunar Wraiths, but a bunch of static goes there. It lasts for about 12 seconds. And it's all just weird, it's all swirls, colors, data bits. It's a code that you gather it's out to Lunar Wraiths.
I'd like to imagine the picture he showed of us caught me beating up the door in the background.
No,
so I just looked like a
it
total
was actually
maniac.
the tunnel that you went in between labs 1 and 2.
Okay.
And it was just with you guys went
Sorry,
through the tunnel.
I realized
he
I should
waited
stop
out,
interrupting,
and that
but I
was
just
what
thought that
picture.
would be really funny.
Yep. And the message is on repeat relayed, and the tower is still displaying it to be relayed off other stations. But you can also send a what the fuck.
Yeah,
What the fuck communications back. Also, she tells you, I feel rather good now. Is everything okay? The AI is asking you. Because
Okay.
now there's no interference.
I will say though, totally once we get back to the ship, we can work on trying to put 2 to 2 together and getting some coalition guys on this.
Alright.
Reynolds is like, I'll help you put all that together with all my military know-how.
Amy, you said you wanted to protect all of humanity, right?
Now that the station isn't active, humanity is no longer in danger of the
Oh no,
denuclearized
humanity
Einstein.
is hugely in danger. Thanks to your resident.
I cannot be responsible for residents on the ship. I no longer have that protocol.
You were responsible.
I was.
So, in order to fix that, we're going to need all of the research information from your mainframe. Right, Cherry?
Yeah. It's only there.
All of a sudden, basically, Amy says, although I'm no longer ship AI, please be advised, temperature variance in engineering. All of a sudden, she says, sending maintenance drone.
So, obviously, I'm not going to get this station. So, you guys ready?
All of a sudden, at this point, the footsteps and scraping get loud as this comes around the corner.
Shit.
And mind you, yes, you can start on the glass if you want to go that route, but I'm not going to lie, it's 6 feet thick glass. It'll take you a while to cut through, even with a cutting torch.
So it's either
But you can start the process if you
we
wish.
kill it and head out through there,
Do
or
I see a
it's a
cutting
battle
torch
of
anywhere?
attrition while we try to bust our way out through the
Do
window.
I see a cutting torch anywhere?
The drone has one, but
I mean,
like you
Rand
said,
has a-
honestly, this
Rand
thing's
has
not,
a lightsaber.
This thing is not designed, but
So?
yeah, but even then, this is solid Durasteel glass. It'll be wild to get
I'm
through
just
it.
saying that
But you
a
could.
lightsaber would fill in pretty good for a blowtorch.
yeah.
Here's my thought. I have this clip here that has 27 of the cryo BBs in it. I have this random hand grenade. I have some duct tape.
Are we gonna make a pipe bomb?
Hey? It's coming down the hallway towards us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull the pin, throw it down the hallway, close the doors.
Just the grenade.
No,
With
he
the-
taped them
with-
Oh,
together.
with the tape. Okay.
It's a good way to fill that hallway with ice. I'm down. Let's do it. I'll throw it.
Here you go.
I was well known at the academy for my grenade throwing. I guess that's a thing now. With my character sheet.
Okay.
Also,
And
dumb
now
question.
we'll tell the ship to come around the...
Also, dumb question, Sam. Just because I'm trying to keep the map updated. What was the name of the station?
Freeman Hope. Freeman dash Hope. Freeman. One word.
I'm just trying to keep the.
Yep.
Like a Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman. You're all gonna die here.
So,
You
you
know,
throw
I
the
think I
grenade.
would've heard that in my last
What was the
performance
throw?
of Death.
What was the
I
roll?
don't
for
know.
throw?
Okay, wait, yeah. So after we put together this friggin' cryo pipe bomb,
Yep.
I'll ask everyone to stand back.
Is one grenade enough or you want two? I got like 4 random
I think just
ones.
having it as one is probably the best
Okay.
idea. And then I'll ask Andy or the AI, whoever, to just open the door for a second, then slam it back shut while I wind up the
Andy's
throw.
on a server right now, ripped open a board, and he's got that shit.
You open, I throw. You slam it shut the second I throw.
Yep.
Or the second it's through the doors. Because this
You're
is.
hearing the scraping of pavement as you throw it. Go ahead.
All right, Andy, let's do this shit. Oh no.
What'd you roll?
What kind of role would you call this?
It'd be
Athletics?
No. Dex at most. It's a ranged attack if you want to be generous. But what'd you roll?
At least it wasn't a 1.
I didn't fumble.
No.
Is
You-
it still near us? Can I kick it out of the
No. And this thing, you'd kick yourself if you tried to kick it. It's big. It is at least 12 feet tall. It's as big as its
I'm talking
head.
about the bomb.
Oh, the bomb?
Yeah, the one.
The
Oh,
cryo pipe
you didn't
bomb.
fumble, so it's not at your feet, so there's no safe check.
So do I just like whiff it down the hall?
No, you whiff it, but for some reason, as you're whipping it,
Dead grenade.
no, the grenade goes off, but it actually in front of the creature. It actually hits the ground, the cryo breaks in one of the pieces, it stops.
Does it make a giant ice wall though?
Oh yeah, there's a giant ice wall. But the creature, it actually stopped when you threw the object, and then it blew up. And then you hear...
Well, I didn't hit the thing.
Nope.
But I made a wall.
As all of a sudden, as he slams the door, you can hear through the door ice breaking.
Okay, can we have more of those bombs just throw at him?
I got 3 more grenades. I'm all out of those BBs though.
Get back up and just wait for it to come through the door and just pelt the entrance.
You hear a thud on the outside of the door.
It is already here. Hand me another one of those bombs.
At this
I
moment,
handed you my last 3 hand grenades.
She's gonna take one from him.
All right, everyone, back up. We're just gonna fucking bomb this door.
as he hands you the grenades, you see what appears to be a bone spike tail thing stab through the door.
Everyone back. Everyone back.
And then it just withdraws, and then the door, you see it start wrenching.
towards the window. We're
Yeah,
waiting.
so-
We're waiting for the ship. Gesture for everyone to start moving back as we get ready to throw these.
There's a kind of a
grenades.
down way. Andy,
Andy, you move. It's coming through the door. We don't need you there, pal.
I threw the child.
As I'm furiously on my
Throw the hollow child.
communicator ship. Get over here.
Andy, get out of there.
so as basically this creature, you actually can hear wrenching metal as it pushes its entire front section through. Andy is able to jump back because he was the one keeping the door motion sensor from active, and this creature's there.
Is its mouth open? Is its mouth open?
You can't really tell. It's all just distorted, grotesque muscle and bone.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the bomb at it. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the pin and throw it at it.
All right, you doing that too, man?
Yep.
Dirty
These are
20.
randoms.
The random grenades strapped to a
I
bunch
don't
of
have
cryo
any labeled
things.
grenades. I only have.
A dirty
Uh,
20.
Okay.
Dexterity.
No, I only had the one clip. Of,
13.
I only had the one clip of BBs, so
That
these
was
are just
only
random.
one.
Oh, so
grenades.
these are just grenades. Okay.
Okay.
I thought these were still with all the cryo
Did you
things.
throw both of them?
Oh wait, right. You handed me 3. I gave one to you. So.
Yeah.
You have two, but you only threw one at a time. You wouldn't be able to, like, throwing 2 grenades, you'll fuck it up. Trust
Ding.
me. In real life, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's hard to throw 2
This
things
isn't real life.
simultaneously.
This is the Solar Coalition saga.
Do it at a disadvantage if you want.
Nah,
but
I
that's
don't wanna-
all
I
I'm
don't wanna
doing.
The anime universe.
I don't want to fucking kill myself. Or be like the guy from Kong Skull Island who he pulls the pins to try to stop the monster and then just smacks him into a wall and he explodes.
That is a funny ass scene.
No, that's great.
So,
The thought definitely crossed Reynolds' mind of doing the fucking action move thing.
all right. So,
What kind of damage does it take from those?
what I
Or I
rolled
guess
for
that
you
one.
was actually a flashback.
A flash.
You did random grenades. I have a 1d6 roll to see what it is. You rolled the chafe weapon.
Oh, cool.
So,
So it's gonna.
the flashbang is. It seems like it
Do I
kind of.
blind us all? I know what a flashbang is. Do I blind us all?
Actually, right. I was gonna be nice, but yeah, everyone make a con check.
Oh fuck.
Because no offense, you
Feels
just
like we're
flashbanged
that
the room.
close to it.
And Rand takes a step back because he's blind.
Con check.
Yep, everyone take a con check because she just tossed a flashbang in an enclosed room.
Do I get advantage
21?
considering the fact I was not looking towards the doorway?
You were not engaged in the combat
I was looking
situation. You were
directly
focused
at
away,
it.
so yeah, you get advantage.
8. Does my new eye give me any buffs to that?
Actually, probably give you a negative. It has that. But no, actually, you didn't have that.
I should have put on those fucking goggles that you gave me.
Yeah,
'cause
those
have
goggles would have been
resistance
perfect.
I
No
should-
If you gave me the other
issues.
contact, you'd have perfect vision in one eye and then perfect night vision in the other.
But what'd you roll, man?
19.
Okay.
Later.
So you
21.
see a flash, but you're focused on your screen. You're not paying attention. What'd you roll?
21, but I'm looking directly at it when I have
No,
it. So-
it's blinding for a second. You blink twice, you're good. At 8,
Yeah, it's an 8.
you're
Ah, my
you got
eyes.
black spots. You're at disadvantage for any ranged attacks.
Shit.
For the one round, just one round.
Okay, thank
Because
you.
you have black dots.
Thank you
That's
for
all.
being nice.
Yeah. No, that's fine. What are you doing, man? You can make a roll for what are you trying to do at this point? And Amy, you can actually see Amy then says that kind of out loud. Only you're paying attention because she's next to you. Heat temperature seems to be unstable ion drive located in engineering. Estimated time until possible overreaction is. You see, it takes a moment that she's kind of thinking, like she's reading this time. She's not automatically knowing everything. Approximately 17 minutes.
Oh man, so
Okay.
he locked us in here with a kaiju, set bombs, and set it to self-destruct.
Yes.
Motherfucker wanted us dead.
So Luna Wraiths did. Only when he found out about that did he care.
So, my orders to the what the fuck are to leave the bay, come around, open up a hole in this fucking thing. Nice and simple. Just like I did to that previous ship.
We are all in EV suits.
But mind you, this is now pressurized.
Yep.
There's a chance that all of you are going to it's gonna be like a negative endurance check to stay standing when you get a decompressed
It might hurt
wound.
when we get thrown out of the
But
place.
once it
We
stabilizes,
got
you'll
drones
be
to grab us with. So
true.
Each of you have a drone.
those could act as stabilizers and flight directionals.
So I'm bringing the ship around to rip open a hole.
Yep,
to-
the
Oh,
ship's en route.
It's gonna be tough, but it's
The
definitely
ship's
a
en
doable
route.
thing.
It'll take probably about 3 rounds before it gets there.
Okay.
And it has to realign the whole ship to get ready at this point too. So 3 rounds. I'll get a
We can hold
D6
it off
count.
till then.
Yep.
So that's my turn.
So now since Rand was blinded and like he rolled a
I'm
1.
also blind. Oh, okay.
He
yes.
rolled a 1. He can't do anything. He's literally like taking a step back in like fear. Amy actually disappears, even though she was staying next to you. And all of a sudden, Bingo goes into his photonic form, which is basically just kind of looks like a dog made of electricity. But like with a blue undercoat, so it looks like a dog.
He flames on.
runs forward and jumps right through the creature. With that hits.
Oh, and if it's made of nanotech.
It's
Or
definitely
has
unique.
nanotech in it.
Protoform is what it's called. So yeah, that definitely hits.
Oh no.
Just made it. What's up?
I figured out what I'm gonna do for our next turn.
Oh no.
So the creature, you see that as Bingo jumps through him, you see that there's ionic discharge, kind of like you saw on the exterior of the ship, off of the center mass of the creature, and the creature squeals in pain.
So Bingo jumps through it and tases it.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome. Good dog.
The creature doesn't seem to be like frozen, but it's definitely it got shocked, and it hurt it. So the creature jumps forward and either at I'll be generous. We'll do this. So even though that you're not distracted, the creature literally jumps forward, and you see that it has misshapen almost wings that appear to kind of move as if it tried to leap, and it slashes at you. Misses completely. It then goes for a bite attack on you. Misses completely. It then spins around, and you watch as a tail, a misshapen bone type tail, rears back and shoots at Rand.
Where's Rand?
Right here.
Can I try to, like, throw something at the tail to knock it away from Rand?
Or pull Ran away from the attack.
You can
Yeah,
try
or-
to grab Rand.
Or actually, no. Can I, like, run at Rand and, like, tackle him to the ground?
Go for an agility check, because I don't want to say what he just rolled. If you don't help him, he's getting hurt again.
You said dexterity?
Yep.
16?
Yep. That's enough. So
It's like I body slam him out of the way.
as the creature reels back, you see that it's probably going to attack Rand. You run over and tackle him. He manages to keep you both standing even though you tackled him, but it's away from the creature as it lunges forward with its tail. You watch as it puts 3-inch deep gash in the ground where Rand would have been. Top of the order, your turn. And that was a final agility check, so you can just turn.
Can I swing at it with my staff?
Yep,
18 for the first swing,
that hits.
and
Oh wait, 18?
yeah.
Sorry, that doesn't hit.
Then this one won't either because I got a 6.
Nope. So you swing and you see that it just kind of moves out of the way. This thing is incredibly agile. It looks like it has joints, like almost twice the amount of joints a normal humanoid creature would. Your turn, man.
Cool. So I'm gonna run around this way, like to the edge of the stairs. I'm gonna shout out for Ran. Boss, the saber,
He tosses you the saber.
the beam
I thought he was
saber.
blind.
Wait. Make an agility.
Can I,
make
yeah,
a
can
dex
I make
check.
a dexterity to catch it?
He does see you.
Oh, dirty 20.
Oh yeah. So even though he tosses it like 4 feet to the right, you like skid to a halt and grab it.
So I catch the beam saber. Can I do a thing?
Yeah, do a thing.
I catch the beam saber. I unload the cryo round, so it's just back to the pure hydrogen, basically. So
Okay.
it goes back to that like golden yellow glow. And I'm gonna fucking swing at this thing.
Okay.
Sorry, this is my one chance to be a player character. I want to use a lightsaber.
I don't blame you. No, and now there's no steam coming off it. It's just a kind of shaped, almost
'Cause
oval tipped.
The way we went over
Um,
how you basically gave them the thing to fuse together with the beam saber they had made. I never actually got to describe it. It's basically they added a secondary clip to load the elemental charge into.
Yeah.
So just
So-
remove that so it does the raw hydrogen damage.
Yep. So, okay,
And I'm gonna take some swings at this thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't want to backseat
No, it's
GM
fine.
or anything, but no, I rolled very well.
Okay,
Did I get 2 attacks?
yep, 2 attacks.
Nat 1.
I am so sorry, Fee. You are the closest to him.
What about the drone?
It's okay.
The drone
Whatever
over here.
happens, happens.
What about
If
the
it
drone?
happens, it happens.
I'll be generous. High or low?
Hi.
Low.
It was him. So, yeah. You try to swing and you miss. You swing around back. That damn thing. And
I'm
you
sorry, I'll
just
fix it.
peg the drone completely
cut it in-
horizontally.
cut it in half.
And yeah, basically you just put a waff about 3 inches through this. It's Knuckles. That's the drone I think that was kicking around.
Oh man.
Oh, he had his own personal.
yeah,
drone.
that was kind of the one I was thinking about.
Oh yeah, personal drone?
Yeah, he just sent one to follow me.
I get
at the
confused
start
with all
of
the
this
drones here. We
adventure.
have a bunch.
She has a personal drone. He has a personal drone.
I just got
I have
mine.
my
I
costume
have my
drone,
personal
but
drone.
that's not with me.
You have your personal drone. Knuckles is here, and one of the larger drones is here with us just for bonus fun.
Yeah, I
If
don't want
Knuckles
to.
is here, why doesn't he attack it?
That's why I kind of had Knuckles in the ready in case that's what you told me to do.
I didn't want to cut off one of Fee's arms, so don't worry. I can always.
Oh,
We can
cut
always
the
fix
head
the drone. Or yeah, I didn't want to.
Oh, sorry,
Cause
I'm
any
really that
dismemberment.
short. Is my character taller than yours?
Reynolds is.
This
not
is also a different
particular-
scale mini because
That is also true.
it's not the 40 millimeter, so it's
Reynolds
just
also
very
isn't
tall
like
32.
freakishly tall or anything. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, true.
Also,
So
both him and Jenkins are kind of short.
so
honestly.
your personal drone, if that's the one next to you,
Yeah, just-
I mean I
too.
yeah, you basically swath through it. Its entire motorized on its side is fried, and it just drops.
Man, that was a really cool display, followed up by 2 of the worst attacks I've ever rolled.
Yeah. Nah.
Only beaten by when I decapitated Joe's scorpion mount.
Alright. Your turn, man.
All right. I get a interesting smile on my face as I pull out a grapple gun.
Yep.
I click it off so it's a free pull.
Yeah.
I click it into the hook of it into Knuckles, and I give Knuckles the order to start doing circles around the thing as I do a rolling back dive away.
You're to Empire Strikes Back it.
Are you aiming for a specific part of it or just telling it to wrap it? There's a 2 difference to that.
At full speed, go in circles around it from bottom to top and encase it.
The only issue is that if you kind of say bottom to top, there's a chance that it might grab someone in the vicinity, unless you want it like really tight knit. Then, but
It's not going to go tight knit at first.
it's engaged with combat with 2 other people.
I know. So you're going to have the loop around it.
Yeah.
Okay. These drones are they're not stupid.
No.
Okay. They can do a very, very small area of movement. So all they have to do is start doing loops around it.
Okay,
Okay.
so which drone are you putting this on?
Knuckles.
Okay. And you're sending him to do that?
Yep.
Okay, give me his dex check with advantage.
Okay. I wasn't going to ask for advantage, but okay.
That one's cocked.
That was
Don't re-roll.
I'm glad. So that comes up to a 21.
Okay. So Knuckles begins to start going around. It'll take him a few rounds to get a few loops, but at least another round until he gets a couple loops.
Yeah. The next
Okay.
round is when he actually gets to pull
until
it.
it starts having effect on
Yeah.
it, basically.
And I use my full movement to do a dashing roll back.
Okay.
Okay. And that would be my full turn, I guess.
Okay.
Fuck him up, bingo.
Now first it's Ran.
Okay.
Ran runs up, and mind you, he doesn't have his saber.
I'll hand him back the stun things as he
He-
throws me the sword, I guess.
No, it's okay.
So I've kind of been
He
stealing
actually
his
pulls
melee
out his
weapons.
little dagger, the silver dagger he has, and runs up to it and basically stabs the creature in the thigh. So, Ran basically pulls the knife out and jumps back. It's really, honestly, the only weapon he has at this point.
I've taken all of his melee
Yeah,
weapons.
you have all of his melees. But he stabs the thing and jumps back. A second later, you guys both hear the creature screech as its right leg a lot of the black pus that you see starts leaking out of the area where Ron stabbed it. Only this time it's turning green. Looks like it's necrofying.
Oh.
Like it is even grosser, and honestly, it smells pretty bad.
Fuck him up.
So Bingo runs up and tries to bite at its feet, but the thing is still trying to kick around, so he's not able to. It kind of, you realize at this moment that he doesn't have much weight in this form. Since he pops back, it kind of floats back a little bit and lands over here. Like he actually has lighter, because energy weighs nothing.
Yeah.
So,
He's moving energy right now.
so,
Energy does not have mass.
okay.
I'd assume he has some mass, because he's still a thing, but a lot less.
Well, then that means he's plasma.
Photons.
Sorry, I'll stop trying to explain. I'm really trying to not backseat GM. Man.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay, man. It's a habit.
No, am I right? Isn't plasma energy that has slight mass?
Yeah, sorta.
I can't think of any other energy that has mass.
Make a dex check for your drone.
No, I think plasmas are pretty common about it.
16 plus... So 21?
21? Okay.
This is why when you buy equipment, get the good shit.
Okay. So,
And don't let me play a technocrat.
Fee take 7 damage when the creature whips out its clawed, grotesque, muscular hand and slashes it. Greg,
Bring it.
take 10 damage as this thing actually disjoints its neck so it's almost all cartilage and it shoots out at you and bites you.
God damn it, they keep biting me.
It once the drone's rope catches on its tail, it naturally reflexively spins the tail back. It knocks your drone, but doesn't do any damage. Your drone's able to kind of just bounce with it a little bit. And at the moment, the rope is still holding.
Okay.
Top of the order, Fee.
Can I?
And your ship has started. You can see your ship leveling in the window now. It's trying to triangulate the shot.
Could alternatively just use the claws and fucking rip the window out.
That's what I was originally saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still has to angle it right, so it'll stop that
No,
next
that's
time.
true. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
it doesn't have to shoot it. You're right. You can use the
Better
claws.
than firing on us. Unless we all just stepped out of the way and let it pepper the window to hit this
That's what I
guy.
thought you guys were gonna
That'd
do,
be
actually.
fucking awesome. Just rolls up
So
and
a 16 won't hit for the
you
first
see the
one.
monster
What
get
about the
shredded to
one?
Yeah,
pieces.
My cannons do work.
It'd be the first time they got used.
I was looking forward to.
Hey, you can do that too, honestly. I was just...
Oh.
I like the giant
7.
claws, but the cannons would be cool
Okay.
too.
Oh, I need to
That's
roll
what I said
odds or
originally,
evens
just
to
rip
see
it
if it gets
open.
hit with a stun side or the ice side.
Yep.
So. Odds is it gets stunned.
Okay. Yeah. The stun doesn't have any more additional effect, but 7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn, man.
Cool. Facing down this thing and making sure I'm not going to hit any of the rope that's being tied around it, although the rope's particularly high up at this point.
Yep.
I'm going to keep swinging at this thing with the
It's
beam
got one
saber.
loop around the knees, one about the midsection, and the one right now seems to be pinning its right arm to it as it's going
So I'm going to
around.
aim for like its upper section.
Okay.
God damn it. Melee attack?
If you're melee.
14.
That doesn't hit. Make a,
Hold on. 17 on the second one.
still doesn't hit.
Fuck.
This creature it seems to be bobbing on its feet, so it is able to move out. It's watching you with kind of lidless eyes that are bloodshot and kind of larger than human. Things about this proportions are not healthy. There are bone juts and studs coming out of it all over its place.
Gross.
Yep. You want to make another roll for your drone to see if it's able to get another loop around?
14.
Okay.
And I am going to do an intelligence check to see if I can see a power conduit next to me. That would be another 14. Is there a power conduit next to me?
There's one over here.
Then I will use my movement to go over there Okay? And Knuckles, I love you, but this might be shocking. And I'm going to cut open the power conduit and shove the grapple gun right into the live power conduit.
That photon power going through the base.
So,
It's a steel cable grapple hook. And I have an insulated power suit.
you do. You do. You guys are both in melee range.
I'm also wearing a power suit.
That's
Not
true.
as awesome as his, but still.
Okay.
And she's wearing an insulated EV suit.
And a glass helmet, so. I mean, if the glass helmet shadows the rest
Okay.
of the piece of my face, but.
I might
So-
fry Knuckles, but
Okay, so you stick the electric thing, make a dex check, or take shock damage because you are applying a metal
take-
stick to an electrode.
Your suit does give you resistance to shock damage.
But,
or really
yeah.
elemental damage.
dirty 20.
So,
Okay, with your suit and that, it doesn't. You just watch some sparks come off it when you stab it in there.
Sorry, shut up.
No, it's fine, dude. You can almost see. It doesn't actually. You don't see electricity, but you see the line just tighten as not only the fact that you just shocked the shit out of it, but Knuckles just got to the point where it was around the creature's shoulder. And then all of a sudden, all of you guys make dex checks.
Does Knuckles explode?
I'll get to that.
19?
You are able to. You watch as it looks like some heat is coming off him. You instinctively take a step back.
Those are not good dice.
What'd you roll?
Again. It's like
So
this-
take 4 damage because even though as the wires are near you, they arc electricity onto your suit and just
Fucking
knock
bring
you
it.
back. So Knuckles, you watch as Knuckles, mind you, did you tell him at any point to disable the cable? No, he's like holding on to that cable. Okay, I just want to specify that
Pulling
for
it
all
tight.
things. So you watch as the shock goes, and Knuckles is about right here. We'll actually use this comparison. Trying to keep the line taut that you have connected here. After a few seconds, mind you, this is an open fuse, so it is constantly radiating electricity. You watch as Knuckles kind of turns sideways as his motor starts sparking. For about 2 more seconds, he's sitting there still being shocked. And then all of a sudden, you watch as smoke flies out of what would be the front eye monitor, and he drops.
I expected as such.
He doesn't
He-
explode and do extra damage?
No. He just fries.
Yeah, and also if you really follow electrical engineering law, the creature would be the grounding agent, so it wouldn't actually send too much current through to Knuckles
Okay,
at that
so-
point because he's floating in midair.
It was just the sustained electricity
Yeah.
directly
Yeah.
into systems that fried him.
Yeah,
He didn't blow up.
and he doesn't. I didn't put explosives on him yet.
That's true. Okay, do what? Yep.
So, as Knuckles drops, you watch as the creature whips its arm sideways, and Knuckles, still attached to the cable, goes flying this way. The creature brings its arms together and wrenches the metal cable and actually rips it. It looks like it frayed it between itself on bone spurs.
Okay.
And then the creature is growling. So
Fucking bring it.
Still gotta admit that was
you
a cool
really
move.
shouldn't have said that.
Fucking
That was
bring
his
it.
2 hand motions. So the creature, now that its arms free, moves forward
here for
and
the
its
blood.
tail flies in and does
Here for the blood. I never get to do combat anymore.
14 damage as its bone tail tip smashes through your armor, cracking the ceramic plates.
I am at half health.
Well, it can still move its tail. At this moment, you guys hear the what the fuck? You hear the voice on your intercom? Making entry. As you can hear the scraping as this thing is trying to
share
rip through
the
door
warning.
steel.
Grab on.
You're still gonna have. It's gonna take it around to get through. It's 6 feet of glass. It can be chipping away, but it's not. It's still hard glass, door steel. So it'll take a moment. But yep. Top of the action. Your turn. And it also did 10 damage for the cable. You can see that it has indentations, and when the shock did, that was another 5 damage. So they definitely left a mark.
I'm gonna
Your turn.
swing at it with my staff again.
I was hoping to cook it.
And that one does not do anything for the first
Don't get a
swing.
second attack if you fumble on
What?
that first one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Also, you killed the kid.
What kid? There's a kid.
The mini. You hit the mini with your dice.
Okay,
Sorry.
fortunately, you try to go in with a heavy swing, and you miss, and you hit the ground, and that was the ice end, so it just... you got your staff stuck for a second, so you don't get the second swing. So it wasn't a bad fumble. You didn't hit anyone.
So she's just stuck, bent over, trying to get her staff
Nope,
off the
you're
ground.
able to get it out, but that would be
Okay.
your second attack. Greg, your turn.
I'm gonna grab that advanced hypomed shot, thunk, toss the syringe aside, and then go for a swing.
Plus 15 health, and then add the
Yep.
additional benefits. And mind you, because it's the adrenaline shot, you don't get it any other action. That's going to take your action. Because
Alright.
it affects your body as you get adrenaline.
Can I just get her in its face and
Make an intimidation check.
Try to-
It's an off action.
try to make myself a target? So, okay, now I rolled very well.
It doesn't seem to notice you.
Well,
Let me try to keep its attention.
I'm bracing myself ready for this thing to pop as I pull out my pistol, and I'm taking aim because I get 2 shots off of it. One shot at Ran and the other one at you.
You're going to have to move
the
over here.
healing
The healing
bullets.
shots. I was going to say, I'm like...
I was very concerned for him.
Well, I'm like, also like, you're not going to be able to hit the creature through Fee. You're going to hit Fee, I guarantee it.
Would 15 hit you?
Nah, my AC's 17.
Okay, so I miss you.
Try to catch it.
I mean, are you not trying to dodge it? 'Cause-
Do you call it out?
I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm calling it out.
Heal shots.
Hold steady.
Then I like freeze
here
like
come-
this
here
if I'm
comes
about to
something.
swing.
You can expose your midsection, and at least a 10 will hit.
I'll hold out a hand. Just so it goes
Did
thunk
you
into my
clear
hand.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then if you're exposing yourself to the shots, like, hit me, then that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, 2d8.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So 2d8 for both of them.
Sounds good.
8. 5.
Nice.
God damn it.
Nice. Better than
Holy
me.
shit, I'm back at max health.
7. Okay, those are your 2 shots.
Thank you.
You see Andy run over to one of the monitors and starts ripping apart what seems to be a mother box.
I'm a horrible rogue.
Bingo goes in and attempts to jump through the creature, which hits. As you watch as Bingo's photon form goes through the creature, leaving sparks and a little burn damage, and lands over next to you. It's still in its form, which actually seems a lot more scary than its regular St. Bernard style.
Giant flaming dog.
Yeah, basically. Another 5.
He's the dog human torch.
Amy all of a sudden reads over the intercom. A little less than 15 minutes until the heat signature from the faulty ion drive in the engineering room might go redline.
Oh, it's okay. It'll get a vented cooling very shortly.
Does that window do it?
It's about halfway through right now, so probably just a little more than a round before it breaks, and then you'll have to make... I don't even know what roll that would be.
For
honestly,
space?
offhand. Well, no,
Do we have to
decompression.
worry about
Space is
simulation?
different.
Oh, for decompression, that's definitely con. And then
Yeah,
it's
that's
dexterity rolls to not be sucked out into the inky black
I would
void
say
of
it's a
space.
strength roll first in order to keep yourself from being
Or,
sucked
yeah.
out.
A strength roll to
And-
round yourself, and then con to withstand it, probably.
Yeah, and so I'm going to probably do a strength check to see if you can grab onto the nearest object and hold on, which is really what you gotta do. And mind you, even if what the fuck kind of covers the breach after it decompressed, there's still a chance you go flying.
I think I've got rocket boots.
Okay. So yeah. Ran runs up and slashes at it, kind of jumps down from the elevated area and gashes it in the leg. Wait, yeah, with the dagger. That's all he's got. It just occurred to me.
Sorry, I've stolen all
You
your
still have my
weapons, man.
sword! For 4 damage.
I didn't bring any melee weapons.
What did we learn?
I had one to make myself too overpowered.
Okay, so... You actually see at this moment, those of you that are nearby, like you, see a burst of light, and you hear the St. Bernard taking a few steps back. He can't keep protoform permanently. from what you gather. He actually looks a little tired.
Okay. Burned himself out a little bit.
A little bit. Successful hits while working too. The creature swings out at you first.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I hope so.
I got food.
9 damage as it swings its arm across. You're able to get your arm up to take, to not take it in the head, but
I'm glad I
it
got
still
you a
hits.
heal.
Right?
Yeah, I'd be very low. If it weren't for that. You fool! Now you're exposed. Unless it has more
How did I
attacks.
become a healer?
Fuck.
You invented healing.
It spins
shots.
around.
No, I just stole them.
That's true.
Fuck. It spins around. You see this creature get up on its legs and jump up, dashes over and bites at you. Roll the 23. That hits.
Actually, I have a chance to dodge it because of my power suit. I have an AC 20 plus I can make an agility roll
Okay.
as a
I
reaction.
don't remember that.
Yeah,
Did I write that down?
Evasion plus 3. So
Evasion
that's,
plus 3 is to the ship. Those are your ship stats.
Oh, sorry. I was
Oh,
looking at the
okay.
wrong one.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, no, the evasion stuff is to your ship. Right, I made new ship sheets and I didn't even hand them out yet.
What area?
Well, it was back when Joe joined and I thought we were going to get to do some space combat.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, AC 20 and yeah, I only get a plus 5 to strength saving throws and stuff.
Okay. Take 12 damage as this
Okay.
thing takes a bite into your armor, and you feel it crush your skin as it, with a jaw strength enough to, basically damage your plate of your armor.
Okay.
It does, after it chomps you, step back and you watch its tail fly out, but its shot goes wild over your head. Doesn't hit.
So, do you and you get an attack of opportunity since he moved out of your melee range?
His back is to us now.
Yeah.
You get advantage if you attacked him now, but he jumped over them. That's not like running past them where they
That's
have the
moving out of melee range.
Yeah.
Did he disengage?
Took a step back and then jumped over them. I don't know if that qualifies as disengaging. Because he reared back and then jumped.
Yeah, it's up
We've
to,
run
it's
combat
up to
so
me.
infrequently, I didn't even think about coming up with.
Yeah,
rules
I
like
didn't
that.
even think of that.
So,
but you do have advantage.
shows how
if you
much we've
attack
done
them back.
combat.
It's been a while, but
It's what I would have done.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. But
could take some swings out.
top of the order now. It's feet.
Might be
Is
real
the
thing
spine
going
really
forward.
that thin?
Attack of opportunity.
No, it's a lot of bone spurs and indentations. It's not even as pretty as that, honestly.
That's why I was very careful when I said I'm going to disengage my rolling
Can I-
away,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't take a
Yep.
attack
like-
of opportunity.
One swing at like the base of his tail to try to break his tail, and then the other swing near the where I think it's a knee, maybe.
Okay, like I said, it has a couple extra joints, so you're not sure which part's the knee. You go for the leg.
That's
Leg
what I
shot.
said. Where
So,
I
yep,
think it may be. So the first one,
That hits.
that's a 21 for the first one.
Yep.
I'm trying to break its tail. And then 16 for the other one.
16 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Not at the leg. Roll damage for the tail hit.
8.
Okay. So as you spin it around the ice end, let's just say it's the ice end because
Okay, I need to roll. Yeah. Yep, it's the stun end that hits its tail.
Okay, you see that some of the electric shocks bang off your spear, and the tail kind of seizes up, like it stops being so free-flowing from his body for a few seconds. Let's see.
And that was a swing to try to break it at the base, so it couldn't use its tail.
Yep, you shocked it. It didn't break, but you can see that there was definitely an indentation where your staff stuck it.
Tail go a little limp.
Yeah, it actually does. Then you watch the tail I rolled the con check, and it rolled a 3. So the tail just all of a sudden stops functioning. As it moves, the creature is just hissing. Your turn, man.
Cool, I'm gonna rush it and go for like a fucking thrusting stab through it.
Okay.
I'm still behind it. Do I still get advantage?
Yep.
Fuck, that was almost a nat 20. God damn it, these fucking 12.
No.
Fucking, I'm gonna go for my second attack. 18?
That hits.
Ooh, it's my first time I've hit this entire fight.
Oh, it's with advantage because
Yep, you can roll again to see if you
Okay.
get a crit, but...
No.
Okay.
How much damage does the lightsaber do?
D8 plus 3. You don't have the cryo D6 into it because you took that out.
So, plus dex?
Yep.
Oh boy, that's a whole Plus 3?
Yeah.
So that's
D8 plus 3
6
plus
damage. I rolled a 1 on the die.
Okay. 6
So
damage.
Let me have this one dice, guys.
34. Okay. Yep. And let's see how the... Your turn, man. You can just disengage if you wish or whatever.
You know what? No. I'm gonna pull out my plasma machete I haven't gotten to use
Fuck
much.
yeah! Get a chance to use that bitch. Heat damage does appear to work very well against these guys. As you know,
Light
from...
this thing up.
Fuck him up.
I could not roll much worse. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna hit him.
So you light up your machete and you swing. Whiff.
Yeah. My
Looks fucking
second
cool.
attack.
Yep.
Nat 20.
I'd say, yeah.
Okay, double the damage, whatever the weapon is.
That would be... 8 plus another D8. So that's 15 doubled would be 30 plus 5 plus
Plus dex.
42 points of damage.
Oh, for the crit. So, in a surprising turn of fate,
Did it not have 42 hit points?
no, it didn't. So, do you want to do it, or do you want me to explain it?
I just take it and I shove it right up its stomach and see how far up it goes and see if it starts smoking out of its mouth.
Vlad the Impaler.
You shove your
Bob the
flaming
Impaler.
machete
Yeah.
up under its rib cage, right up, and you can see the top of it sticking out the top of what it might be its throat. As you just activate it and hold it down, the creature begins to spasm and go limp. You watch as first its wings drop, the tail, its legs go limp, and then you're watching as smoke rising as you're just sitting there watching it melt from the inside.
Okay, ship, stop the hole.
1 point off from just desynchronizing because you were like seconds away. But all of a sudden, you actually see there's literally a claw like an inch and a half from breaking
We
the
can see
sword.
the
Stops.
tongs, basically.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can see the tongs. It's literally right here. Like 8 feet away. Stops with like an inch and a half left of glass. Like one more push and it would have been through. But it stops.
So we're not leaving through the window now?
I don't know. Do you still want to? I mean, I think the power station's about to still blow, right?
Yeah, it was going to be a pretty cool exit, and I'd rather
You
not
see
have to...
Amy say, less than 10 minutes till faulty ion drive reaches red point.
Alright, so at least
Okay.
we can prep a bit for the whole
All right.
getting out of
So,
here.
take this body, put it up against where the hole is, and finish the hole. So as soon as that whole thing's, it'll get sucked right in.
Ran without saying anything because he's really having a bad day.
I'll help.
Grabs the corpse,
I'll help him bring it over.
and we basically say, you know, Amy actually shows up at this point and just basically is watching. You know, she actually seems really happy. She's also not holding that ball anymore, which is now technically the dog.
Yeah.
But you put the
dog
corpse
has
against the
become
hole,
the ball.
Yes.
so
Okay, wait the fuck. Finish the hole.
We should probably step away from this now so we don't get sucked
Yep.
into it.
basically you guys can secure yourselves to the railing,
Deep breaths, everyone.
which is just the most easy part next to where the hole will be.
She's wearing her helmet. She's
So-
oxygen. She's okay.
So, all of a sudden, after you say finish the hole, everyone gets to the embrace themselves. You hear the computer commencing operation. Smash as you watch as the entire body gets basically smashed back, and everyone make a strength check at advantage.
Oh wait, I do make this with advantage because of the critical knife.
Okay, so I got a 6 and then a 6.
Also, I hurled my dice at you.
I got
think,
2 6s.
underneath the table.
24.
And my plus 2 is 1, so I have a 7.
Yeah, I think I just lost my purple D20. Oh no, there it is. Wait, what the fuck is he doing down there?
I have no idea, dude. That's funny.
The crew chief
The
was
crew
lost
chief
under
was
the
not
table.
there. But so, you watch.
It's bad I stepped on him.
Okay.
Oh wait, I never made the roll.
You actually see when you begin to lose it, Someone who doesn't seem very bothered by it is Andy, who walks over and just grabs the bar with a very firm grip and grabs you. Since you're the only one that didn't make it, Andy was just walking
Yeah,
over.
just like slowly being.
Fun
sucked up.
factoid, you realize that he didn't seem to be bothered by the decompression of the room.
I got a 10.
Yep, that's enough. It
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
high. You guys got to brace with something, so it's not like a high DC. You weren't standing in the middle of the room.
Okay.
You watch as the hole, which at first is only about 8 inches thick, to start, and then all of a sudden the entire creature starts. You hear what I can only describe as the goriest sound of bone splintering, splurging, and other noise as this entire creature's entire body is contorted. As that's happening, you all feel a huge rush of wind. Everyone is basically, mind you, Amy is standing there completely unaffected by this, but Bingo is jaw latched onto the railing and he's just moving around. All of you are able to basically put up with it fine. There are 2 droids that are down right now. One that he cut in half and the one that you shocked to shit.
We can still collect Knuckles, though.
Let me check on that. Yep. Thankfully, both of them do move when the gust of wind comes in depressurization, but neither of them go toward the exit very much. Knuckles is about here, and your drone is over here. Actually, you're caught on
I
seats.
bisected mine. I think it's kind of a lost cause.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta order more.
both of them are basically, you have more. But after about 30
Knuckles'
seconds,
first
and the
mission.
corpse is gone, the room pressurizes.
Rest in peace.
The room pressurizes.
Oh.
All of you are weighing all your decompression. The lights flicker for a minute and kind of give off a dull light as you guys are technically in space now.
Click on comms.
Okay. So now we do the spacewalk into what the fuck. What the fuck? Open the door. Let us in.
Everyone make a dex check, just to make your way there and any major issues. It's not a high DC or anything.
21.
15.
18.
Everyone makes it without much difficulty.
Superman
Big
leap
will make it too.
Yep.
with the
Bingo!
light rockets on the
Bingo seems very comfortable. He doesn't breathe. So he actually does look as normal as ever, just in 0G.
As normal as a large dog in space.
Yeah, normal. Amy
His
disappears.
fur isn't even flowing around him.
No. In
Okay.
fact, it's all very flat to his body. And you guys make your way through the hole, which at this point is approximately 4 feet deep. As you guys get back to the ship, the big drone that you brought with you, it actually has to use its cutter to kind of make its way. I can see if it can make it through the hole, which was not designed to be like 10 feet. Unless they weren't blowing out the window. This is. So do you want to salvage your big drone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try and get my drone out.
Yep. With a little help from basically what the fuck still sticks an arm back in, just bashes the side so it can fit horizontally because these are pancake drones.
Yep.
It makes its way out. It joins in with your droid pods.
Okay.
And you guys.
Once we're all in and secure, move away. And watch it go boom.
Watch the fireworks.
Well, I guess I don't get that station.
Man, I bet there was a bunch of good loot in there we missed out on.
Well,
That I totally don't have
You see-
prior knowledge of from looking at that thing earlier.
you see Andy, who went to that computer bay, walks over to you and gives you something.
Okay. What?
It's a hard drive from the computer that he transferred all non-corrupted data to.
Awesome. I got most of that already transferred over too because of my hacking and shit.
He just got everything
Awesome.
that he could. Mind you, he says that some of it was protected, didn't have all the access, but there was some crazy ideas in there.
Fantastic. I will transfer those files directly over to Fee's drone.
Yeah.
Yep. You see a bunch about the nanotech. Also how to activate unactivated nanotech. It's going to be a little long term, but you might be able to replicate this type of nanotech with experience, because all you got was a little container. You guys never got the other big stock of it
Oh,
from
we
Lab
never,
3.
we never got the cube.
Nah.
I don't think we wanted it considering he labeled us as a enemy and might have had a tracking device in it.
It's a good point, but... yep, you guys are basically able to head back to the, ship now. Rendezvous. You hear messages from the ship. Basically the anchor's saying what the hell's happens, what's with the incoming radio waves, and
A lot of shit. We need to get out of here now. There's
the anchor redirects their path to meet you a little quicker, going towards you.
a lot of lunar rates are redirected.
About 10 minutes later, you guys can see off in the distance A final message gets resent from the relay station, as if it was timed to when the device goes off. And it's the same voice of Lazo from earlier, or Lazarus, as he calls himself now. He said that, I hope that you managed to get... It's sent from the station, so it's only relaying to you about 10 minutes away right now. If you are lucky to have survived what you've been through, I look forward to meeting you in the future. And you basically see that it's basically a recap of everything that happened. He was the reason the station. Those scientists were ones that he kidnapped during the chaos of the event. He's been the one fucking with Amy. Yeah, basically all that. You get
next time, Gadget.
And then in the distance you see what appears to be a bunch of explosions that appear to be nuclear, is the best way to describe it. You see in space, off in the distance, what appears to be a tiny mushroom cloud. And a few other corresponding explosions after that look to be different departments where it went through and the structure broke apart. And at that point, you actually see Amy shed a tear. She now digitized herself, so she's standing with you guys next to Bingo. But she's watching through the view screens, and she actually says a small digital tear that disappears. Actually, when it falls down her cheek, it just flits.
Why is she crying?
Do you ask her?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I
Even
am-
though she's like
I
a
am
hologram, she
perfectly
like just
fine.
like
No, she's
acts.
tiny. But she says that I spent a lot of time on that station. I understand I no longer needed to serve the original purpose for my reason there, but it was still what I think you humans would call a home. But its time was done. There was no longer any need. My mission was a success as far as my parameters go. She smiles. Completely.
If you can stay with us now and explore.
So, Sherry, is the dog Bingo or Amy now?
Both.
Or is
Mingo.
it Amy Bingo or
Mingo.
Bingamy?
Mingo sounds good.
Bingamy sounds horrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
I think Amy just kind of lives in Bingo, and there's
Yeah.
two separate entities.
If you ask Amy, she would say, I am attached to its photon matrix.
Bingo.
If you want me, you can ask for me. If you want Bingo, as he is a competently trained
Why do
animal,
we call him Mango?
his name is Bingo. She kind of looks confused for a moment, like, mango is a fruit consumed by humans on Earth. Like, she actually begins to start processing data, like,
the
she's
hell's a
on
mango?
that. She knows what the Wikipedia version is.
You want her?
Reynolds has been in space this entire time. He doesn't know.
I mean, he's not an actual animal, but sure, we need him.
Because technically she's salvaged, so that makes her mine, so I can give her to somebody. So you want her, take her.
Oh, but he's so full.
Well, that means you're responsible for it.
Defeat it and take it on walks. And...
None of which it needs.
I know. I just wanted to make the joke.
Like, it can just be sitting inside.
It can
like-
literally
like
go
the-
into
the
shutdown. It's a
console
computer.
becomes
I just wanted to
so
make the
long,
obvious
he'd just
jokes.
be sitting there and just,
Yeah, I'm not interested in a dog pet, personally, for me.
okay, then yeah, I'll take him. He's mine now.
Nat 20, confirm.
What?
Andy.
My vision is not good
He-
enough to see
he-
that far.
You see Andy actually steps forward. Did you
Fight him
roll
for it.
I got a 5.
Yeah, no. So Andy actually was like, it might be good that I'll keep an eye on this animal. I also might have some familiarity with the systems from my files, so I can make sure he maintains healthy.
Yeah.
So,
If I want a
We're
pet,
gonna have
I'll
a
create
fire-breathing
one.
dog now?
Not even fire breathing, like a fire changing, like a fire morphing.
Wow, so
but
you
yeah.
got, so we'll officially have by the end of the session on the ship a flying cat, a fire-breathing duck, and a photonic dog
Yeah.
that can burst itself into plasma.
Can
Yep.
my character make a nanotech
It's fucking
lizard?
rad.
Just a lizard made entirely of nanotech?
Well, you have to figure out how to upgrade your nanotech like the,
Yeah, it would have to be
Other
living,
stuff, null
too,
stuff.
In a way.
um,
You'd have to find a lizard and
Sorry, just like how we have the
modify
most absurd pets.
we do, but I mean, and as far as it goes, Amy resides in the animal. The animal's just, as a dog, it is trained. She tells you that. And Andy assumes responsibility for it. Yeah, I gave him a roll to see if he outrolled you just in case, and he rolled a nat 20. What are your,
it. Yeah.
So he kind of adopts the dog. But, yeah,
I can't
so,
even like battle that with the 21 I got earlier. So animal handling. So
Nah, that was a while ago, and
Yeah.
you didn't jump at it, so
yeah.
it's an NPC. Well, also it's an AI who has to keep in a body to get around. Like she realizes that AIs are illegal now.
Yeah.
And they can just pass it off as you guys already met a talking dog, so could just
Oh,
pass
yeah.
it off as one of those basically.
Yeah, Amy could just assume the dog's identity if you really wanted and speak to it if she tried. That'd be actually hilarious.
Congratulations. No, see, this is a special dog. It has a human brain
Yeah.
that's represented by the
And vocal cords.
AIs, by the hologram. Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, so basically, the anchor does reach out when you guys get closer and they have you on scans. There's also a SCS message for Van
Yeah.
in regards to this information. He gets a few files sent to him, and you can see this as classified documents that actually list who Lazo was. He was Arturus Simpson, a Lunar Wraith general at the time who was arrested at a meeting after killing 2 SCS agents, put on death row, and is selected for this program mostly to get rid of him as quickly as possible because executions take time. So basically, they wanted to get rid of him. It looks like they were afraid of a Lunar Wraith spy being used, possibly getting into all their science experiments, which is why they thought civilian non-military might work. But if they don't know exactly how it works, it might have just been a weird twist of fate, but whatever experimentations they did do on him in Lab 3, which was the nanotech and genetic manipulation labs, seem to have been effective at their purpose, which according to the records that Andy was able to find from the computer, that was all these experiments were based around long-term space travel, testing on all these inmates and patients one way degree or another, one severity or another, just for the purpose of colonizing other planets more than Mars.
Okay. I am gonna put together a video as I'm finished docking with the ship.
The anchor, yep.
Okay, with all the information about this guy's ship, all the information that I've been able to get from him as him being a resident from the archives and all that shit. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a PSA across What the Fuck, offering a 15,000 credit bounty on anyone that brings me proof of his demise.
Put a bounty hit on him.
Okay.
Considering what money's worth, 15,000 credits,
It's worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I have more than enough to cover it.
You hear it go off. It also relays at the last station, Station 29, and they can even hear that message up in the next colony. The anchor continues it as a relay for you.
And because I've purchased this channel, it just keeps going.
It's like every 20 minutes between broadcasts.
So yeah,
Handy reminder.
you can include all information you have on him, which honestly wasn't much. He gave you more information in his final messages than anything.
Yeah.
But yep, you send it all out. I mean,
But I
and-
do have information about the ship that was released and what type of engine it has and what type of engine signature it would have.
It was an
And
escape pod, so.
yep.
Yep. That message that he sent, though, and this is what Rand hears about during his debriefing from the SCS, it was a lot of the energy that was dispersed. He had rewired out of the subsystems to the radio tower, using it as an overcharged relay for the duration until the expected... to be honest, it would have melted itself if the meltdown of the station didn't happen.
Yeah.
But it went out at least 5 colonies wide in either direction, and...
Okay.
That's just so that was the purpose of this whole plan, was to try to get a message out to everyone. And according to the SCS, they do tell Rand, and he has this on audio, so you can all hear it. He's not being private about it. Also, that the static at the end of the transmission was a lunar wraith code that basically was sent out on different sub-frequencies. He even says that if you pay close attention to the message he sent, there's even like a staticky broadcast that is that code at the end, sent off via audio farther out.
Yeah. I
So
figured there
basically, it was a
code in
lunar wraith message.
Yeah, okay.
But yep, they don't know what, they haven't been able to crack it yet. Any locations, be it geometric or whatever. But they're on it right now. They did receive a few seconds later after they do comment that there's also a government contract out for that particular villain on top of your bounty.
Then I will add that to the ad. On top of that, the coalition has offered
Bless you.
Thank you.
this amount on top of it
Powerful sneeze.
to match my bounty.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
It matches yours, so it's another 15k.
So
So 30k.
Wow, so
to
30K
find this
to go-
fucker.
30K
No,
to
no,
whoever
you do
kills
that,
this
and
fucker.
you have a relationship with the SES. They like you as long as you play nice.
yeah. No, they have decided to match my generous offering on the bounty for this individual. So not only will you get 15 grand from me, you get another 15k from the coalition. That's got to look good for any bounty hunter out there.
Oh yeah, every bounty hunter's looking. So
30K is enough to like buy a brand new one of these. So
it's not far.
and still have fun.
Yep.
So can she use the? You said that she has a small sample of it, right?
Yep.
So can she use like the smallest
Make
sample?
a roll for what the fuck, please. Oh, sorry, I didn't really put away your dice already.
Give me a d20.
Can she go to like a desk over here or something if there is one and make a roll to see if she can make
8.
an extremely tiny frog and see if she can animate it to be semi-alive.
Wait,
She has that zombie thing.
yeah,
So
It's
she wants to use
deactivated.
that.
But you need a frog.
yeah. Where you gonna find a frog?
No, I said I wanted to try to make one just out of nanotech.
You would be very confused on the coding just by looking into it or scanning it.
It's a brand new nanotech
It's
that you
not
need to
something you're
learn how to
familiar
use
with.
to begin with.
Oh.
And then from there you can start learning how to farm it, and that would require duplicating shitloads of nans.
I would say that it would involve some rolls to figure out how this black nanotech he has works, and then a bit of coding to get a facsimile of like a living creature. But it would be doable in time.
And the other thing
so
is,
can I roll to try to study that now then?
Yep.
It's okay with them. Sorry, I didn't mean to take control.
No,
but I
no,
just
no,
figured-
yeah, that's fine,
just
man.
go.
So
I'm-
since it's nanotech and I'm trying to learn it or teach myself it,
I'm
Yep.
trying to make a
I
backseat
make
GM.
the advantage
Yeah.
rolls too since it's
she could
nanotech.
also research it to find a way to disable it.
Wouldn't Yeah,
that
make
be
roll.
evil?
At advantage, it's nanotech related.
An EMP weapon that'll just disable all the nanites of the raid.
Oh, wow.
So I got a 3 and then a nat 20.
There curses is over there.
How does this black nanotech work?
Well, you realize as you're working on it.
That's what she's doing. She's like studying it to see.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Now, mind you, shit. Okay. So you realize that this nanotech is kind of similar to what you've been using, but has more data you can store on it.
So it's kind of more similar to the nanotech that her parents taught her about then.
Yes, it's very familiar with that. It's not done the exact same way, but your best bet would probably be to not use any of it,
Yeah.
bring it back, and figure out how to convert your nanotech into this nanotech.
Okay.
So that'd be your next bet. But also, you should be able to synthesize more of it as long as you have the ingredients
Okay.
to make more of this null grade nanotech.
Can she make another one to see the ingredients?
Sure.
Do I still get the?
Advantage. Yep. And because you rolled that 20, then yeah, you get the stuff. You kind of understand the concept.
Okay. Another nat 20.
Yeah.
A detailed list on how to use.
Basically, it's going to require two components. One of them is easy enough. It's basically carbon. The other one is basically how to describe it? A rare metal. The rare metal is going to be expensive because it's basically the stuff that used to be used in old nuclear reactors before the power of fusion. You need spent uranium.
Ah,
And pure spent uranium, not bullet grade. Bullet grade is
no.
not complete, so...
Yeah. The coalition puts some of that in heavy rounds and whatnot, but
And even that was diluted.
Yeah.
You need the pure shit.
They have access to it, so you
Yep.
definitely have a way to get access to it. But it's pricey.
So I need pure spent uranium.
Yep. And that would allow you to utilize that to integrate with your systems to make the nanotech smarter. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so,
And it's called Glaf Nanotech. What's this?
this is null nanotech, or null grade nanotech. The spent uranium has enough energy absorption that they can add data to it. That's why it makes it black.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this was originally a government-sanctioned program, so they had access to it. The pure stuff. And it's no longer radioactive because there has been nuclear power in hundreds of years. So it's just a metal.
Well, they use hydrogen engines, but
True, but they don't need the uranium.
yeah.
So
Hydrogen is just kind of turned into my MacGuffin anything energy source.
yeah,
So
it works. Today I said a lot of ion. So yeah.
It would be one of the smartest things to use. What they've been working on for actual solar space type stuff now.
You go through. I was trying to throw 3 in. I barely got 1.
anything else?
Yeah.
Why?
So once you're back at the anchor and
Cease
the
the
government's doing
senseless
their thing,
violence.
you put out the contract.
Should be
Is there
no
any
more
other actions
bloodshed.
that anyone wants to take?
Take what?
Any other actions you want to do
Actually,
before you head back to the next colony? That's just getting back on the route.
Reynolds is
Just
gonna go
make
have
sure
a
it's
talk
completely sealed.
with Lugnut, and I can run the results of that next time.
Okay. Ram basically crawls in, says hi to Dara, pets his kitty, and crawls into bed because he's had his ass kicked quite a bit today. You see Gilda follow him shortly after to assist bandaging.
My tank is available to anyone who needs it. I didn't take much damage, so
I only took 7 points of damage. I'm pretty sure it's healed up by now.
I took a lot, but
Or
then I got
it's
a lot of it
good.
healed, so
Yeah,
I'm
so
good
you
at the
bounced
moment.
okay.
I mean, Reynolds is
Um,
probably gonna crash hard later when the adrenaline stops working.
Probably.
And he's gonna be like, "Oh wait, that's right, I got stabbed."
A couple times and bit. No, it was yeah. So basically, yeah, you're back at the ship. You takes you about a couple hours to get back on the original course to the next colony. What colony are we heading to next?
25.
25 would be the next colony.
I did update the map
Um,
just because.
Okay,
So-
no, that's fine.
Here's the FH and the FH
Oh, I
and
got a little star.
the FH
I
and
got
the
a
little
little star.
and the little
It makes
explosion.
me happy. I know.
Well, because I
it was
marked
gone
the
now.
I marked the clone colony on here just because I like to keep track of it. So
Yep.
we're headed to here next.
Yep. Basically, the coalition does reach out to the captain of the anchor and let them know that the message that was a Lunar Wraith code, possible, and obviously the coordinates that were provided, basically tell the ship to get their ass to the next colony quickly.
Yeah.
He's already said the SCS has already sent a security detail to meet us there. Basically, doing one of their matching formations. They're actually probably planning on doing an escort because you guys were the last known location of you guys was broadcast on a network.
We got doxxed.
You get doxxed. So basically, they're sending escorts to just drive the ship into the colony, yeah. Basically, other than that, for the stuff that you find, there are plans that you found in the system to do soldier enhancement, a concept static discharge cannon, a light reflection cloak, and a projected energy shield. All plans how to make it. You didn't have any of the physical copies. You could have got copies of all those, but it didn't happen that way.
Thing was gonna blow up.
Yep. No,
Well,
you
you
got the
downloaded
plans.
them.
Hmm? Some of them require some
I'm
synthesization
sure
and
Chief is a
specialty parts.
weaponsmith, so
But that's all you were able to get off the system that wasn't corrupted.
oh, that's fantastic. I will definitely start working on getting the materials in order to implement the optical cloaking and the energy shielding right into my ship, as well as into my drones. That makes them dangerous. And the optical like cloaking stuff,
Yeah.
I'm also going to share with Fee. Cherry.
You will need high-level batteries because all of these items are self-recharging batteries. The plans how to make them self-recharging are included in those plans, but you still need the high-end batteries that your ship does not currently possess to implement any of that.
She's like looking at him. What does this do? Cloak.
It's tech
Well, yeah, no,
It's
just the plans. Right
plans
now.
that you could implement into your nanites or whatever.
Okay. If it's meant for camouflage, do you think I can add it into skin so we can basically go invisible?
With a lot of rolls in time, yes. But mind you, the thing is, the reason that you do realize this looking at the specs, all of the things that require energy are high draw items. That's why you need the high-end self-recharging batteries, because otherwise it'll burn out of most systems. And I mean, some of them are expensive.
So what I call this? Plans for.
You have plans for optical camouflage.
Optical?
Yep, Invisicloak. It's designed as clothing. It was designed as a kind of trench coat someone could wear, put up a hood, and reflect light. Here's Bingo's NPC sheet. He actually got one.
Cool.
Yep.
If you want to give me that, then I can add it into the folder
Yeah.
alongside any other.
And then
notes you
good
might
luck with
wanna
all
save.
dealing with, all the stuff that you need. But basically,
Okay.
anything with a recharging battery just needs a high-end battery.
Okay. Yeah. If there's any other notes you want me to hang on to,
Here are the character
unless
sheets.
you wanted to hang on to them.
No,
yourself.
no. Here you go, man. The two character sheets I have.
Should probably sort through this. sooner rather
So
than later.
is that good with everyone?
Yeah.
Have a good session, though?
Yeah.
I know
enjoyed
it's
it.
very action-packed, and I know that it's being a little
We don't get to do a lot of,
railroady, but
we
yeah.
don't get to do a lot of combat. Last session was my attempt to throw combat at you guys, and it didn't go well. So
I'm sorry.
well, it didn't go well for me. But
No, but I mean, I'm glad that it seems like we had a good event session, I think, as
I enjoyed it.
as long as everyone had a good time, or at least
Glad the boss fight
it
was
wasn't
cool.
too bad. Yeah.
It's also cool you got to use that mini finally. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think he's fucking sick.
Yeah, Dr. Malbine. What was once Dr. Malbine. I mean, you guys did see the actual video of her getting injected with the 4 times the dose just because the guys did not like her.
Why did they like her?
None of the, inmates forced into a death camp really like the doctors experimenting
Well,
on
the
them.
guys put into the Suicide Squad protocol program, basically.
They had more
That's why you
freedom than these
experiment on
guys.
yourself first.
I mean, it really was a twist of fate that he was the first one to escape during the attempted use of the ion drive, which was going to be a defensive barrier and also provide them propulsion for the station, if it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even as from what you can say and what
Oh,
you're
can I
able to
character
see
sheets?
video of. Oh. Yep, and here's
And I was sticking it on the back of it.
Sorry again about interrupting so much, man.
No, man, no, dude. You're usually the GM. This was me
I'm so
just.
used to being in control of this.
No, man, I get
Trying
it.
my best to not backseat GM.
And sorry for losing it and being a jerk.
No, man, no. It's been a stressful week. I mean, as long as everyone had at least a decent time, I'm content because it was a very action-packed railroady session. But as you guys have, and you have the notes, right, for all the stuff they got, minus the physical objects, which they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
And with the nanotech, right now it's just medical grade and nanotech plus 2
fine.
because they.
No, the nanotech stuff is honestly stuff that we're probably going to get to eventually. So
Yeah.
it's nice that we have a focus for it now, and it means you can do some rolling and stuff for advancing and whatnot.
Now I have more.
That
energy.
nanotech frog is totally achievable. It might just take a little bit.
Well, then I thank you all
Also,
for
I like that he chose a
watching,
frog.
and I hope you have a wonderful
Sounds
night.
cute.
Bye bye.